Next will be Nyima Lhamo. Her uncle was one of the most highly revered reincarnated lamas and a very prominent Tibetan prisoner who died in a Chinese prison. And she has since been an outstanding advocate for the Tibetan people and Tibetan Buddhism. Nyima? You want to come up here? Come on up.
Dari Gogo, Sondu Gogo Nawala, Sondu Gogo Nawala, Bemasewagi, Tujichi, Miss Baramag, Haskegi, and the Godia, Buchida, Tama, Yantos, the Tunjison, Zantowala, the Bemasigi, Hansa Yabuchi.
I express my deep gratitude to Ambassador Brownback and the United States administration for this opportunity of taking up the religious freedom issue here at the United Nations and for my participation here.
Dan Tamagi nga Hakojiri nga Tenzin Delek Rinpoche Bernole in the Painella Gangi Lada Mahimida Dungeda Chidu Mombochi Yane Tamadi Arinola Hitoril.
As Ambassador Brownback mentioned, I'm the niece of Tibetan Buddhist master Tenzin Delek Rinpoche. On account of the persecution he faced and on account of the persecution my family faced in Tibet, I had to eventually escape to the United States.
That's how my Hakore Tamalala, Gangi Mamari Tamalala, Gangi Yumitanji, Hindi. That's how my Gangi that Kongajingi, that is Hamalala, the Doduzan, de la Hitobari. Then in the Tamagi, Dosaji, the Doni Yamtichena, Gangi Setual, no but charity, your sound, the Tendako Yabuchi, that in the Arijung, the Tiu Gosola, Rotoka. You Gokol Dane, Shulola Pipi, Tama, then Conjure number in the Tamanya to Zone, Chudi Ramola, Lalin Dagger, Hansa Getchabre, Zodi, not Tomagi, Tundizone, the Donizoga, Getchabre Sandil.
One thing that I've learned after coming to the West and particularly after attending today's session here in the United Nations is that suffering is not just our families alone or my communities alone. They're suffering all over the world and religious freedom is being violated all over the world. And therefore, today I've learned that it's very important for everybody in the international community to come together. And so the United States has created this very good opportunity, space for the international community to focus on the religious freedom of the issue. And we need to be united on this issue.
Darin la P, but Tama de Sosog Miri, the Sosogi region, the Sama Sosogi Misegi Gelachin was a sausage cheddar, was a married. Then Tamagi Donon, the Joju, Motun, the Tunjis or not so Goma Tamato, but the Shain.
And so that is basically my first point, that we are not all here to speak about ourselves, but all speak about our situation alone, but to look at what the international community can together do on the issue of religious freedom.
Not pay in a rip, non la tanda gangin Nyan the Nyot Jacalaji around Mesa Tauri. That's how much the Toma the Jana Jungima Ban, Gangi, Bemas, Chude, that's also Koran Rogsana, the Rome, but the Gangi, the internet Yanshima na Shulopar, someone Nagana, Tensa Yuma, the Gangi, the Rome, but on Zonkong woman, Jonah, was no meanery.
So in the case of more than 100 Tibetans have self-immolated solely because they haven't been given that opportunity, that freedom, that right, that is the fundamental rights of all human beings. And in the case of the Tibetans, it's particularly the religious freedom of the Tibetan people that have been violated. And that has led to the Chinese authorities creating a situation where even something like the internet, which is taken for granted to here in the West, afforded or being given to the people there.
Tamag Chancellor, that jungle room chicken coin a burn, Shulos Pin, the Lomo, but in the Takunjana and the Huina, Chulu, the Guardiori. Then the burn on the Messiah jungle room, which burn all of her pigeons on the sun, wrong loot, touch him, but the round mesa on it, didn't need it. Quadraga, Zinja, the Tajik Gomari. Then in the Quadraga Gala. Ni taring ari ti so thompson ti gita yanja chi ko ga gangi ta hisa yo mare
For the Tibetan people, a very concrete symbol of religious freedom would be how the Chinese authorities behave or act towards His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The more than 100 Tibetans who have self-immolated have done so primarily because they have they wanted His Holiness the Dalai Lama to have the opportunity to return to Tibet, but they don't have that opportunity. So therefore, for us, if we have to have a benchmark for religious freedom of the Tibetan people, it would be for the possibility and ability of His Holiness the Dalai Lama to be able to go back to Tibet and to practice his religion there.
다른게 내가 처아쳐부터 희호서 공다 허참을라 내가 강이 유 근데 맞아 처마게 강이 때 두세냥지 토니 레가 지로 무투니라는 예자와 타마드 참을 뜻해요 무투네 제치서발 뜻칠.
I'm sorry I became a little bit emotional, but this is what we have learned for the last so many years. And therefore, with this sort of attitude, I would like to conclude by again thanking you, Ambassador Brownback, and the administration here for organizing this opportunity. And I would like everybody to be united in this struggle for religious freedom.